Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing today? How you doing there, Miss Crystal? How's life
Hi,
treating you?
treating me lovely.
Treating
Lovely.
you. That's good to hear. Good to hear. So we are live across all the social webs right now, and I'm just kind of informing a few people and sharing this out with a few people. If you are watching this right now, we're a few minutes behind, but that's okay. We're going to get right on into it. The goal right now is to actually have a quick conversation with the founder of JoJo's Beauty Supply, and I have with us today none other than Miss Crystal right here with us. So we're going to get down with it here in just a minute. So if you can go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe on this, bring your questions, bring your thought processes. We're going to get into some good conversation. We're going to talk about the Black Business Weekend coming up. We're going to talk about Crystal's inspiration for starting JoJo's Beauty Supply. So we got lots of conversation for you. So make sure you go ahead and tune on in. Go ahead and share and like this, share and like, share and like. Did I say that? Share and like this. Yeah, do that, do that. I love that. I love to see them hearts and likes when they come across the screen because, if we don't share and like our own stuff, then who else will? You know what I'm saying? So we are talking shop local, shop black at the Black Business Weekend. That's going to be coming up in February 4th and 5th. So mark your calendars, the beginning of Black History Month. We're going to start Black History Month off right with Black and group economics, right? So we're going to start to talk about group economics, buying black, shopping black, right? Not just looking back at what happened, but actually how we participate in that black history by doing things like being a part of the Black Business Weekend and accomplishing mission and carrying forward the vision that those that came before us laid and set down. So tell me, what's happening in your life today, Crystal?
Today?
Today,
Okay.
yesterday, whenever.
So it's not sleeping, I can tell you that. For sure. Not a lot of sleep, busy, busy, busy. Work, work, work. No play yet, but a lot of work. If that just sums it up. No sleep and a lot of work.
That sounds like the life of an entrepreneur who is a
Yeah.
budding business mogul. Can we say it like that? A budding business mogul? Well, we'll go ahead and classify it. You're a mogul now.
Yeah. Yeah. Put that out there.
Put it out there in the
Yes, sir.
atmosphere and let everyone catch up to where you are. That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Yes.
So I want to introduce everyone. I want to get everyone on par with where we are, and I want them to know what the Black Business Weekend is. I'm just going to kind of just talk quickly about that, and then I really want to introduce you and tell us a little bit about who you are. So for those of you who don't know, the Black Business Weekend is all about practicing what we preach, right? So let's practice group economics at scale. We are gathering on February 4th and 5th, that weekend, Friday and Saturday, at JoJo's Beauty Supply at the Courtyard in the Winn-Dixie Shopping Plaza on 9 Mile Road. And we're going to gather with this local Pensacola entrepreneur, Crystal, and we're going to make plans to come out and support her 1,000 strong, right? That's what the 1K by 20 means, right? We want 1,000 people to come out and spend $20 at this local and black entrepreneur here in Pensacola, born and raised, founded, and built up here, right? So let's go ahead, without further ado, let's get into you, Crystal. Let's talk about you. So tell me a little bit about who you are.
So, um, this question is always very hard. Who am I? I don't know. Let me just say I have lived half my life in Pensacola and the other half in Birmingham, Alabama. My dad family grew up here in Pensacola, where his mom, my grandmother, raised her kids. Oh gosh, how many of 9 of them? So I come from a huge family. My dad had like 9. I think it's 9. Don't quote me on this. I know if my aunt see this, she's like, "It's not 9." I can't remember. But I come from a very huge family. My siblings, I have 6. There's 6 of us. I'm just a person that believes in hard work. Anybody who knows me know I'm very pro black. Um, and for the successful and generational wealth all the way around for black people, it's my mission to make sure that I always feed into black owned businesses, and I just think it was naturally ingrained in me. And I've just been like this my whole life. Um, and if you really know me, you know that it's very difficult for me to do these lives. I'm so introverted, but it's a part of the industry, it's a part of the job, and I'm here. So not a lot about me. I'm a single person. I just work. I like peace in my life, and I work hard to protect it.
I
So,
feel you on that. I feel you on that. And I
so
want
that's
people to
me.
know. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's me. That's it. It's nothing special. That's me. I'm just quiet. I'm introverted. If I'm in a big room, you probably wouldn't even notice me.
But that's okay though. That's okay. You get your
It is.
charge by
I'm
chilling
not
on the
mad.
wall and hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm okay. I don't have to be the life of the party.
No, that's good. That's good. And something you mentioned, is I want people to understand, because I think there's this perception that when people say they're pro black, that means they're
Mm-hmm.
anti other things. And I think that's because of the perception of the history of this country presented an environment that was pro one thing, and that showed itself as being anti everything else. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that's you. I think what you're saying is you're pro black because you want to see us grow, you want to
Yeah,
see us develop, you want to see us build
yeah,
and build ourselves up. And in
yeah,
order to do that, you have to be pro support. It's like looking inward at your family, right? It's like I'm pro my family. That don't mean I hate my neighbor's family, or I hate my
yeah,
brother's family, or I hate my friend's family. I love my family so much that I circle the wagons to make sure we're good to go. And I also
yeah,
hang out with my friend. But right now, I'm being pro black by building up the black community and
yeah.
showcasing love to the people and the groups and the families that I came from. Is that about right? Is that about summing that up?
It is, and I just feel like people have more of an issue hearing it actually being said. America was built on pro-whiteness. It just don't have to be said. It's just seen. That's just the way it is. So I think it's more so people just don't like to hear the pro-black word. I mean, anything that has to deal with saying pro-blackness or holding up the fist, people take offense to it. Why? I don't know. But like you said, America was built. Well, I said America was built, and it's been that way on just being pro-white. To continue to make everybody but black people wealthy. So I don't want people to be offended when I say pro-black. I just want my people to grow as a whole. And I think it's very important for us to build our communities also. And that's what I mean when I say pro-black. So I have to be very limited how I say these things.
We are live. We are
Yeah,
live.
I get a little aggressive, so I'm not gonna go look talk
all,
to me. I'm just,
all good. All good. All right. I need a couple thumbs up out there in the land. Can I get a couple thumbs up? Can I get a couple thumbs up out there? Some hearts and some likes. Give me a couple shares. And with that, with them shares and them likes, I want to ask you, what was your inspiration? What inspired you to take a risk and open a business to begin with, right? Where did you get that motivation from, that gumption to just, let's open up a business and create a beauty supply store, full service beauty supply store in Pensacola, Florida?
I got mad, and that's it in a nutshell. I am a person, just like everybody else. I get mad, I get upset. I get mistreated, but when it comes to when I get mad, I don't want to just talk about it and let it go. No, I am mad, and I have to do something about it. I react. So to me, I feel like if I'm going and patronizing businesses and I'm not being treated properly, or I'm not being treated with respect and the kindness that I deserve, then I don't want to patronize those businesses anymore. So I am Look, and I'm very determined. When I say I'm not going to patronize something again, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to be like, well, I don't have anywhere else to go. No, I'm not going. So if I can't go get the things that I need anymore, then I'm just going to build. You have to open them yourself. So you can't demand treatment from places that wasn't designed to treat you properly first. It really wasn't for you. So instead of demanding respect, in somebody else's business, why not open my own? So my thing is this: I get mad. I want to be proactive. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to do something. So that's kind of what happened with JoJo's. I got mad and I said, "Hey, I'm not shopping anymore, but I need stuff for my hair. So now where I'm going to go." So it's like I got me okay. So I'm going to open up a beauty supply store because I have that stuff for my hair. So that's just kind of where the beauty supply store came from. The goal is for me to continue to be able to be successful with this business, because in the future I definitely want to open more businesses, because getting my hair products is not the only place where I go where I got mad. So I have a list. I have a vision board of businesses that I want to open. It's very important. So I'm definitely on the mission.
Cool. And with that being said, there was a couple comments in the chat where people were saying, "Oh, you look so beautiful," and then someone else was like, "Congratulations." So I just wanted to make sure you can see those and share those out. So if there are some questions, go ahead and drop those questions in the chat. Also, go ahead and continue to put those accolades in there for Crystal. If y'all want to shout her out, give her flowers while she's here right now, live on the live stream, go ahead and do that. Drop that information in the chat, because we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're all over the place right now. We're on LinkedIn, so we're in the business community, we're all over the place. So while we're all over the place, go ahead and drop those conversation points in the chat. If you want to know something about the beauty industry or opening up a beauty retail store, she might tell you some secrets. Or you can reach out to Crystal in JoJo's Beauty Supply and actually ask her to franchise. So ask her about franchising and she will give you the hookup. We'll save that for later though. So tell me a little bit about your brand. Tell me about the brand, JoJo's Beauty Supply. Where did this name come from, and where did your logo come from?
Good question. So, I know you're gonna have some good ones anyway, but this is a very good question, because I didn't realize, my name is Crystal, but the name of my store is JoJo's. So when I named it JoJo's, I didn't know that people would call me JoJo. I don't know why I didn't think that, but so the name JoJo's originated. I named it after my cousin. His name is Joseph, and he was a licensed cosmetologist. Somebody very dear into my heart. I know I mentioned earlier that I have a really big family. So yes, we were cousins, but he was more like a brother to me. A few years ago, he passed away, and that was during a time where I was in the process of opening JoJo's. And, it just kind of knocked me off a little bit, where I was just like, I don't want to open, this anymore, And it came from a place, I was sitting in my car and I kind of was like, I had already put in all of this work, but I still was just feeling kind of down, and I just got in my car and I drove to Tallahassee and I changed the name, because I had a whole other name for the store, and I changed it. I named it after my cousin, because as a child, we called him JoJo, for short. And for me, I'm like, okay, this industry is not for the weak. You gotta put in that work. It's no room for weakness at all in here. You gotta be tough. And to me, I have always worked, really hard. I don't shy away from anything. When I say I'm going to do something, I try my best to do it. I give it my all. I just been a worker, And I knew that if I put my cousin's name on this store, that I was not going to be weak nowhere in this. So I'm like, look, I put his name on here. I'm going to work hard. It just gave me that extra motivation that I needed to push, and just to go hard, period. So you asked me about the logo. Our logo is, I call it an Afro tree, as you see it. To me, The tree, it is a representation. You know, when I was looking for a logo for JoJo's, all the beauty industry logos were so similar. It was like this lady with this little pointed nose and this little flow of little straight hair. And I'm like, everybody was using that same beauty logo. And I'm like, I don't want that. I wanted it to be a representation of myself, a representation of Black women in our hair. Because even if you look at a lot of the hair products that we use, that same woman with that same little swirl of hair, I don't know, if I don't want to notice that, like a lot, even like some of the brands that we've used for years in our hair, is that lady. And that has been like European features, and this little straight little hair, this little face, you know, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want that. I need representation because my hair is naturally kinky. I'm a 4C natural, one of the kinkiest textures. I wanted my hair represented, you know, in the features. I wanted, you know, right now it's an Afro tree, but I didn't want that because it didn't show my features. My lips are full, you know, my nose is wide, it's not pointy. You know, I wanted to have representation for Black women, and we are known for our hair texture. And I wanted to represent it. You know, the tree portion of this, you'll see, it represents heritage to me. You know, it represents that wealth. It represents generational wealth. So it's me creating this tree because I don't look at myself as being just JoJo's. I look at myself being the foundation of JoJo's, but I want branches and I want leaves and I want flowers. I want this tree to continue to grow. So it represents growth to me and being here for years to come. And the color, you know, I don't know, but The Color Purple is one of my favorite movies. And I chose the color purple for my logo. Because, and one of the reasons I chose it too is because in the Bible, you know, every time the color purple was mentioned, it referenced wealth, you know, and that's the goal, you know, as being a Black woman who openly businesses, generational wealth is very, very important to us. And not saying that I'm like this person, but in order for us to grow as people and
talking about the logo, right? So purple, royalty, wealth.
Exactly. And you know, I think the saying in The Color Purple says she's talking to Celia in the field and she's describing the color purple. She's like, you ever notice how we walk past the color purple as if it's not there? And these are not the exact quoted words, but that's basically what she's saying, is that a lot of times the color purple is not noticed, you know, and they want to be seen. It wants to be seen too. You know, she's talking about trees. You know, they shape, they move, they do everything that we do as humans, right? And except for that, they're not human form. You know, when we want to be seen, we move, or we get loud, or we move, or we do something. And it just, that's it in a nutshell. So I'll try to explain this a little bit better. You know, this is my first time actually having to explain that logo. So it's not really like a one quick thing. It was so many thoughts that went into me choosing, you know, that logo. And it's just a reminder to not walk past something so beautiful. A lot of times we have the most beautiful thing that's right there in front of us, and we walk by it every day as if it's not there. So the purpose is to remind me to focus on the things that's important, and not just things, but the people too. Because just like in a blink of an eye, you know, they're gone, right? Yeah. So it's very deep with this logo, you know, so we'll have more videos like this where I'll be able to explain a little more. So bear with me on this explanation, because this is actually my first time. It's very emotional. So I didn't want to like break down on Chris here. So it's like I have to wait. I'm not gonna break down. But it's very
Part two. We'll go deep into it. Part two. We'll go deep into it. In fact, this is a perfect time right now to just take a quick break and ask everyone out there who's watching to actually, will you give us some likes and some hearts, some thumbs up, right? Some horns, some blasts, all of the things you see right there that are at your fingertips, whether you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn has a whole different set of icons. I see some hand claps and some celebrations and all the things on LinkedIn. I see on Facebook, you got all the traditional likes and hearts, and on YouTube, right? Go ahead and give us a little thumbs up, and then also go ahead and share this out. Share this with your friend. Tag a friend. If you had a question that you wanted to ask JoJo, or let me say
You know,
Crystal, if you had a, yeah, I do it too, right? I do it too. If you had a question you wanted to ask Crystal about the beauty industry, we're going to bring those questions up here towards the end. I see Miss Kathy Charles, I got you queued up. You're coming up. Thank you for joining in with us. I also want to shout out to a couple sponsors for the Black Business Weekend. Thank you for joining us and actually sponsoring this event. I want to shout out French Investments. French Investments, I've known Ron for a little over a year now, and Ron has been dedicated to actually rehabbing homes in the Black community and actually making home ownership affordable for those who thought it was out of place. So thank you, French Investments, for joining us. Make sure you go check him out at French Investments on all the social platforms. I also want to shout out Renee for Faith to Inspire. She is a book author, and she will be on site with us as well, talking about her book and her journey about faith and writing. So check out Faith to Inspire on all of your social media platforms coming up. So with that being said, let me keep the ball rolling. In fact, I want to put this question up real fast. I'm going to go ahead and take Kathy's question here. So Kathy said, did you have a hard time getting your products from distributors in the industry? So let's go ahead and just do a deep dive and see where we're going right here, and see, talk about how are you overcoming the industry to be successful? Let me say it like that, because I know we can get into some sticky scenarios and conversations, but we'll keep it on the up and up.
So, as far as like products, I met a lot of people. I did a lot of research. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos, and I was able to come across these two young ladies who opened a beauty supply store. I can't remember where it was, but I know it was called New Me Beauty Supply. And they kind of shared their journey on how they opened the store, and it connected me with a slew of other Black-owned owners. So when you say, was it difficult to get the products? Yes, because we don't own the beauty industry yet. And I say that strongly, yet. So a lot of companies don't really want us to patronize their businesses. But when he said, "What did I do to overcome?" I haven't overcame. It's always going to be a fight, a push. That's when that strength comes in. Being able to be assertive, being able to be determined. Because in this industry, you may go and you try to patronize business and say, "Hey, I need these products to my store." Sometimes they say yes, and sometimes they say no. Are you going to let them say no and you be good with that? No, because at the end of the day, you have your consumers, you have your customers that are dependent on you to be able to provide the products that they need. And in most cases, they don't care what's going on behind the scenes. Do you have what I need for my hair? Okay, do you have what I need for my skin? So right now, because I was able to get connected with a huge group of people, everybody shared, hey, you can ask, where do I get this? Where do I get that? And researching. Because even if I can't get the answer from them, I'm on the line, I'm on internet, I'm looking everywhere, I'm writing letters. Hey, I need this for my store. You just have to be consistent. You have to maintain your passion. And even on those days when you don't feel like it, you have to figure it out. Like, you're just not given an option. But I am a person who I'm not a nickel and dime person. I'm not a big money person. I live a very mediocre life. I'm not trying to capitalize on everything. If it's somebody out there that actually needs help, that's interested in opening a store, and they're actually going through the journey, I don't mind sharing information and helping. If you're serious about opening a store, or you have already started, You better believe I'm gonna help you. Whatever I learn, wherever I got this knowledge, I'm gonna connect you to.
That's dope. And so while you're at it, if you're interested in opening up a beauty supply store and continuing the development of Black ownership in the beauty vertical, right, where a large portion of the products are built for Black people and we participate the least in that process, right, reach out and ask Miss Crystal if you can franchise JoJo's Beauty Supply. She has the connections in place already. So you can
Yeah,
do the research and you can do it on your own. And she talked about it's hard work. It's not all easy. But she has the connections and they're in place. She has the
yeah,
lines and they're in place. So if you're interested, reach out. We can get you set up so that you can actually franchise your own
yeah.
JoJo's Beauty Supply. You can have a beautiful logo. You can have all the things in place. You can have the lines to get to hair and wigs and weaves and eyebrows and eyeballs and and all the things, right? I don't know what there's a whole lot going on there, right? But you can get your barber supplies, right? You can get
Yeah.
your beauty, your salon supplies. You can get your esthetician supplies, right? She has access to those downlines for the most part, and right, all you've got to do is just say, "Hey, how do I franchise JoJo's?" She gives you the
Yeah.
process. In fact, Miss Crystal, let's talk about what would somebody do if they were interested in reaching out to you about franchising. And I know you're not ready yet, but it's coming. So if they wanted to franchise JoJo's, what do they need to do? How do they need to get in contact with you to actually talk about the opportunity to franchise?
So right now, if you go to our website, jojosbeautysupply.com, it's at the very bottom, you're going to see a contact us section. So basically, you will give me a short write-up, tell me a little bit about yourself, and just give interest there. It'll go directly to me. And basically, what I'm doing is that I'm currently just accepting inquiries, and I am putting them to the side because right now we're preparing for Black Business Week in February. So as soon as we get through that one, we're going to be focusing on the franchises. So if you're interested, go ahead and go to our website and go to that contact us option and put your bid in, and I will add you to our waiting list.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for that. And while you're at it, while you're finna pull up that website, I want you to go on social media right now while you're looking at this. And I want you to type in the search bar. I want you to type in at JoJo's Beauty Supply. And I want you to hit that like button. I want you to hit that subscribe button because she be putting out some funny videos. I remember in the early days, she didn't want to be on video. She didn't want to do it. Now she's just doing all the things, right? She's going to be a TikTok multi-platinum artist here from all the videos and funny things she's doing. So make sure you go at JoJo's Beauty Supply, like and follow, so that you can be aware of all the new products coming down the line and what's happening. And while you're at it, I want to talk to you quickly about Bantu Cola, because that's right, you're here. We are focused on the Black community. We're building infrastructure, not only publicly, but there's a lot of things behind the scenes you don't even get to see yet that we're working on that's coming out shortly, right? We are working for the Black community. Now, that doesn't mean we hate other communities. We're just focused on doing good things for the Black community, right? So with that being said, I want you to go to bantucola.com/BBW. That's where you're going to find all the information about Black Business Weekend. bantucola.com/BBW. That's going to take you to the website, or just go to the front page of the website. You'll see the link. Click it. You can actually click to register. We love registrations because what registrations do is it shows numbers, and when we show numbers, that shows the rest of the community that we're serious, right? So go register. It's a free event. We're just registering to show numbers, and so we can keep you informed of what's happening, whether you come February 4th or February 5th. And with that note on the other side, I want you to also, there's a volunteer link, so you can volunteer if you're interested in volunteering and being a part of the event. We're still looking for volunteers. And there's also sponsorships. If you are a business who is interested in sponsoring this event to make it bigger and broader and wider known, please click that sponsor link. We'd love to talk with you about that. The dollars that we get into this event are going right back into this event. There is no salaries being kept here. We're putting that money right into this event. All right. Now, with that being said, let's keep diving in a little bit here. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer, but we talked a little bit about the hardships of the industry. with you starting your business, what would you have done differently? So now you look back on it. I think you started in late 2019, early 2020, right before the pandemic, right? What would
Yes.
you do differently, barring the pandemic? But what would you do differently now that you've survived this long and you're prospering? What would you do differently looking back on those early start days? How would you make it better, or what would you just do differently?
Because when you mentioned the pandemic, it kind of put me. I would not do anything different, you know. Because what's going to happen is that if you open any type of business, you're going to naturally see what your customer base wants. You know, you don't know. You know, you open any type of business. In my case, is a beauty supply store, so I can have a slew of natural hair products. But if my customers are only wearing wigs, you know, they don't really care anything about natural hair products, right? So one of the best things that I did was, because I was just thinking about this the other day, like how I actually made really good decisions. This is a very expensive industry, and it has to start from the beginning when it comes to location. And when it came to the location, I had a choice to choose between this big, huge, massive store and the store that I have now, which is a smaller store. And I went back and forth with myself over and over again because, you know, looking at that big store, you just like, oh, I need all of this space. I could just fill this up with all the hair and wigs and products. It's just like big energy, you know. And then you have the smaller store, and you just like, it's so comforting, you know. I would be more connected, you know, with my customers. You know, I can create this warm boutique style atmosphere and just give my customer that one-on-one, you know. In that aspect, I ended up choosing a smaller store. And by the grace of God, that was a really good decision, because I had no idea that the next month a pandemic was going to happen. So just imagine if I had have gotten this huge, massive store and everybody is in the house scared, and nobody don't even know that I opened the store. So I didn't have my website up. I didn't know what was going on. All I know is that I opened January 9th, 2020. In February 2020, everybody was in the house. Nobody, right? People were out of work. I'm like, so this is not good, you know, and I have employees that depending on me. I would say the reason why I was able to maintain and survive the pandemic is because I prepared. I saved. You know, you have to save. So, you know, you have regular bills just like at your house, you know, so you definitely want to say, hey, look, for the first 5 months or the first six months that I'm open, I want to save up rent, power, these main bills that you already know that you're going to have to pay. And that's what I did. I had already saved for months ahead. But basically, I wasn't saving for a pandemic. You know, right. I was saving
You're building your emergency fund.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to prepare, because sometimes you're going to open these stores and you're going to go out with a bang. And sometimes you may open the store and it may be slow, and then it just heightens, you know. So you have to prepare for those slow times and those slow months. So I would say making sure that before you get to the point where the store is open, that you already have a good savings. Look at the bills that you have now. If you live on your own, you have mortgage and stuff, just go ahead and insurance, all of that stuff. Start making a savings for your business for those exact amounts, because that is going to save you, and that's what saved you. That's how I was able to maintain my store. Now, you know, he asked what's one of the things that I regret. It's hard to say that I chose a bad location, right? Because choosing this location, I survived the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
But if it had not been a pandemic, I probably would have chose a different location. You know, now, you know, I get a lot of calls, you know, hey, I don't see y'all. Where are you? I'm looking at it like you're driving all over the parking lot. And if you have been to JoJo's in Pensacola, you know that we are located in the courtyard. So it's kind of like a little pathway down. So we're not like directly, you know, on the forefront. So without a pandemic, this probably would not have been the best location, right? And because my business has been blessed, I have outgrown the space now. So you definitely want to make sure that you choose a space. You see how I'm saying things? So it's choose a space where it's going to grow. Yes, you're going to be able to get started in the business, whatever, but I think it's very important to get a bigger store and look at size, because you just want the room to grow. And you don't want to uproot your store because it's your baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to move my store, because this is where I started. This is my root. I love my little store. But like at the same time, it keeps me connected. And because we're so close to our customers and we come down and we connect, and we kind of get an idea of what they need if they're not able to see something,
Mm-hmm.
behind something. You're like, hey, what you looking for? I'm right here. You don't have to be right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's good customer service though. That's good customer service. And that's what you're gonna find in someone who cares about the community. You're gonna find great customer service. And I've been in
Yes.
JoJo's. My family has been to JoJo's, and I think great customer service is a underlying commitment to you in providing great products. And while we're talking about great products, let's talk about some of the products you carry. So tell me about some of the products that you think are like products everyone should be aware of. Give me two. Give me two products that everyone should just be aware of that are at JoJo's, whether it's hair or weaves or all the things, right? Products that you put on it, right?
Can I get 3? So
All right,
it's
I'll
3.
give you three. I'll give you three.
Yes. So the top 2 selling products in my store comes from 2 young ladies that are actually from Pensacola locally. The first one is Magenta Root Scalp Care and Vicky B's Hair Honey. Those product lines sell the most. Like, it's just like grab and go. So the Magenta Roots Scalp Care line, it is designed for a healthy scalp, because a lot of times we focus on, I just want my hair to grow, I just want it to be long, but it has to come from food, it has to come from my scalp. So we focus so much on taking care of just the hair part and not our scalp, the foundation for it. So
Yeah.
this
I wish I had some. Will it work on me?
the Vicky B's, look, I'm telling you right now, the scalp care line, all of this stuff it comes from hair growth, and I get a lot of males. They come in for both lines, so that blew me away. Like for beards, hair, anything that got to do with growth, they grabbing those lines. So
Okay.
I have been blown away, just because they're not in all stores yet.
Yeah.
I can see both of those companies growing massively.
So you hear that, guys? You hear that, guys?
Yeah.
Get all this taken care of.
Yes.
Get this nice and full. Get this nice and full. I'm struggling up here, but it'll be what it'll be.
Yes.
Right? But this can be nice and full. All right. What's product number 2? Oh, well, those were the top 2, right? The Vicky B's.
Yeah, those are the top 2. The next one is Mayel. She is hot right now. Those products sell. Currently I have all of their collections, and it's serious. Like, I can't keep it in here. Like, those top 3 Mayel products. Also Debonair Beard Company, because you mentioned beard. He sells very well. He is a young gentleman from Texas. That's a Black-owned company. It's comes with a beard wash, a beard butter, a beard oil. Like that one sells very well too. So I added to it. It is what it is. Look, but the best thing about those are that they are all Black-owned companies, and you all love them. My customers love every last one of those lines. I was looking at my reports. Those are my highest sellers. They are.
So I want to talk to y'all about 3 degrees of. I want to talk to you really. Let me say it like this. Everyone's heard of 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, right? It's this meme thing where it's like, by the time you get through 6 people, you can get to Kevin Bacon, right? And I've coined this phrase, right? 6 degrees of blackness. So what I just heard is there are 3 degrees of blackness that are happening. So we have the consumer going to a Black retail store, and then they're buying a product from a Black manufacturer, producer that also happens to be local. So now we've got double group economics happening here. We have local Pensacola producers and entrepreneurs, right, who carry their products in a local Pensacola entrepreneur retail store who are being bought by local Pensacolians, right, or people in this region, right? And not only that, but you can go to JoJo's.com, right? That's not the full website, JoJo'sBeautySupply.com, and buy from people outside of this area. So now we're practicing double group economics, right? So now we've got group economics happening in the wider Pensacola community. You ain't got to be black to go to JoJo's because these products work on all types of skin, all types of hair types, right?
Yes.
And with that being said, so we've got Pensacola group economics happening. So that money is circling within Pensacola on one scale, right? The Grand of Pensacola. And then on another scale, in another loop, it's circling within the black community. So when a black person goes and buys from a black retail store, a black owned product, guess what you got? You got 3 degrees of blackness. I want to get to 6. Now I want to get to distribution, right? From products that are not here. I want to get into other layers of manufacturing, right? I want to get into other layers of wholesaling, right? So we got at least 3 there. So let's pick that up some, right? Share that out, right? That's awesome right there. Thank you so much for that information.
You're
Let's
welcome.
see. I got a user here on Facebook that says, "Oh, my fiance will come by for your beard product." So good deal, good deal. Come by tomorrow, and then make sure you also come by on February 4th and 5th, right? And
Yes.
double up, $20 each day. That's what I'm asking from you, $20 each day, right?
Yes.
Let's see here. We got what is this? 3 degrees of blackness. That's right. I like that. Hashtag that out. Put that out there. Put that out there. All right. So my final question to you, Miss Crystal, is talk to me about how you do some give backs to the black community. How are you seeing the growth of your business? How are you trying to contribute back to the black community as a whole so that people understand while we're doing this event and we're wanting to promote you? Talk to us a little bit about things you're doing for the black community that they may or may not know about.
You know, Chris, I was thinking about this the other day, is that I do things without even thinking about it. And the future goal is for me to actually create a foundation for JoJo's, because right now, you know, I own my store, but I also work full time. And I am very strong about, if you come in and you cannot get the things that you need for your hair, please let me know. You know, it's shampoo and conditioner here. I bought this stuff here. If you need stuff, I just do it. Like, I don't really focus on, you know, who I did it for, how many people I do it for. But I have had the times where, you know, people come in and they just don't have it, you know, but they need things for their hair. You better believe, you know, that I'm going to pull up my debit card and swipe it for JoJo's for anybody who needs anything. You know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, I'm very pro-black when it comes to the community. I go out of my way to make sure that I locally support black-owned businesses within Pensacola and out. You know, I support a black-owned business every day, and most of the time they have a lot to do with food. I mean, I got this weird thing. I have this weird.
You can put it out there. You can put it out there. You can put it out there.
Food, you know, but I make sure that I attend events, you know, to make sure that I'm pouring into the vendor. Because the thing is, if you feed something, it will grow. So my thing is that on the weekends, I'm out, you know, in the city, seeing what businesses I can feed into, who I can, you know, and you know, I don't even know. Should I name some of the businesses that I frequent? I'm going to name some.
If you want to, feel free. Go ahead.
Just to make sure that y'all supporting. And I hate to say it because majority of them is food. So I know I eat at Marnie's store, the Busy Bee. So it's the black-owned grocery store.
Vegan delights. Them vegan delights.
Yeah, I eat. Yeah, I am. I'm a plant-based eater. So it's not a lot of places that I can go to eat. So 2 of the places that I'm always at is going to be Almost Vegan Soul Cafe. That one's located downtown, and I also go to the Busy Bee. So like, I'm flooding them every week. They don't see my little order frequently, You know, I do. So it's not a lot of places. A lot of the black-owned businesses in Pensacola. I like Shirley's Cafe. Um, I also go to, oh gosh, what's the name of it? What? This is how greedy I am. So this is what's the name of it? Chris? This is the Snowball. I'll be able to get those snowballs.
Oh, the snowballs over on Michigan?
Yes.
Bam snowballs? Yeah.
Yeah. So look, those are the best snowballs I have ever had. So that one. And I also been going to the neighborhood ice cream parlor too.
Oh, down in Warrenton, yeah.
Yeah, that's some good ice cream. And they also have a non-dairy option.
Oh, really? Okay, dope.
Yes, they do. So I'll be up in there, and they clean. So I look, that's another thing that I love supporting. Please be clean, because I'm not coming back. I don't care who you are, but like they go in and get the ice cream. They like it's like they about to do like some massive surgery. You're not a doctor. You're like. That's how it is at that one. It's a new ice cream parlor. I think it's called the neighborhood ice cream parlor, and they are very clean. Like they really get down. So you just sit down for like 2 minutes watching them clean, and I don't mind. I like watching it because you know some clean hands. So those four are ones that I really been trying to make sure that I go out of my way to pour into. I like Wasting Not right now. You know. Okay, I just talked about all this food, so I need to work on my weight. So I patronize Wasting Not. That's where I get my waist beating. So it's just like,
hey, all good.
Yeah, they sitting on the top of my stomach right now, but new stomach coming soon.
Get all of this and more at JoJo's Beauty Supply, right?
Yeah. And one of the things we do, and we'll be doing it this year too, but we did it for Thanksgiving last year where we fed a family, and we don't broadcast the family anything. We just kind of put it out there and we wait for the inboxes, and we do just go out and feed, just feed. So last year we did it for Thanksgiving, but this year we'll be doing it for Christmas. So awesome. We definitely will be feeding a family. So be looking out for that too. If you know anybody that you feel like could benefit or is in need, let us know. It'll be a fully cooked dinner, and we deliver it and everything.
That's dope. Well, with that being said, I want to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, audience, for hanging out here with us, with me and Crystal. We're gonna come back with some more. We're gonna bring some of these people on to actually talk about the opportunities. We want to talk about what's happening at JoJo's. We're gonna bring some products on. We're gonna talk about all of this stuff and more as we ramp up for the Black Business Weekend, February 4th and 5th of 2022. That's the beginning of Black History Month, and the way we're gonna set apart in doing Black history is by creating it and spending money with a local Black business. We're going to shop local. We're going to shop Black. Now, don't wait till February 4th and 5th, right? Shop tomorrow. Go check out JoJo's. If you haven't been to JoJo's Beauty Supply, tell us one more time, Crystal, where you're located at. How's the easiest way? I just tell everybody, where Tokyo Japanese Steakhouse is on 9 Mile Road, or the Winn-Dixie Shopping Center on 9 Mile Road. It's in that shopping plaza. If you get to that shopping plaza, you can find JoJo's Beauty Supply. I'm wrestling with my puppy over here, so.
Yes. So that was it. I always say the same thing. We're located in the Winn-Dixie Shopping Center, in the courtyard, right in between T-Mobile and the floor store. So if you see T-Mobile, you will see the big sign that'll say the courtyard, that we share with multiple other, there's some more Black-owned businesses back here too.
Yeah, in fact, so a lot of people will, to make this easy, if you know where WRNE broadcasts from, Mr. Bob Hill, WRNE, Hill in the Morning. If you know where that is, JoJo's Beauty Supply is literally right next door to that, right? Yes. So shout out to Mr. Hill. He's been doing this thing forever. And if you know where Mr. Hill is, you know where JoJo's Beauty Supply is. So go to Mr. Hill, you'll find JoJo's. And on that note, we're going to sign off for the night. We'll be back. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, if I don't see you again online. And then we'll be back again in early December to talk about some more things in relation to JoJo's Beauty Supply and some of the sponsors who are here supporting us as we help put this event on to promote a local business, a local Pensacola entrepreneur. So y'all stay healthy. We'll see y'all.
Thank you.